We're on the 5th of Shvat. It marks the Hilul of a really great rabbi. His name was Rabbi Yaakov Kohen Sheni. Really, really great rabbi. He was born, came from great rabbinic heritage in of itself. His father's name was Rabbi Yitzchak Kohen, who was a great rabbi in Jerba. Jerba was an island of Torah dynasty in Jerba, respectively, in Tunisia. And his mother's name was Rabbanit Aziza. So very interesting. So coming from great heritage, he was already off to a good start. He grew up imbued in Torah, and within regards to a family filled with great Torah scholars. It's reported over, he actually came from great heritage. I believe he was a grandson of Rabbi Shaul HaKohen, who happened to be the author of the great Torah book called the Lechem HaBikurim. Very interesting enough. I think also among his family was Rabbi Mordechai Kamus Amayas HaKohen, another great rabbi we've actually spoken about on this series. I think being the chief rabbi of Tunisia in of itself, and Rabbi Hacham Yosef HaKohen, who was, I believe, the rabbi of the city Sfax. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Now, he would get married. His wife's name was Rabbanit Jazila, I believe. She happened to be the daughter of Harav Masud HaKohen, another great rabbi. Now, Yaakov Kohen was a really diligent, great Torah learner in of itself, spending so much time learning Torah at the highest level from morning till evening. And I believe he would work also part-time as a goldsmith, part of Parnasa. I think it was, let's say, a family business in of itself, but very interesting enough. Now, I think from his house, they would actually establish a yeshiva over there, and with many, many great Torah, colossal books over there. Very famous it was. Specifically on Shabbat and on Chagim, holidays, he regularly gave a class, Torah class, I think from after midnight until the morning. It was reported over a high-level Torah learning, where it really did imbue the rabbis with great sermons and, let's say, tochachot, teachings in of itself, and ways of self-improvement. He studied the Holy Zohar, and various different midrashim he would teach. Also, he used to write down, I think, various different Torah novelties, which he actually learned, especially when he was old. And he passed some of his writings to another great rabbi, Rabbi Asheli, who I believe proofread many of his writings. He was a very, very great rabbi, Rabbi Mikitzat Sheli, and it's another great rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions before. Now, I believe in the year 1934, sadly, his wife passed away, and that was obviously very tough. He himself passed away, I believe, on the 5th of Shvat in the English year 1959. Many of his great Torah novelties and teachings been put in an alphabet order book, which came out after he passed away, I think through his sons. The book naturally was called the Bechor Yaakov. Very interesting. It was printed in Jerusalem, I believe, in the year 1974. So we're talking about 15 years ago after he passed away, the great rabbi did. And he was very much a great rabbi of his time. I think that specific book was proofread from the famous Rabbi Asher Haddad, who wrote great novels, I think, on the Nevi'im and various different sermon pages, which were still handwritten. Maybe some of the manuscripts were never copied, but I'll have to double check on that. But it was one of the great rabbis of Tunisia of his time. Don't forget to light candles in his memory. Here on the 5th of Shvat, we're a community here. Please, we're learning about the great rabbis of Yasir. Please, if you're related to any of the great Chachamim, send me an email. I would love to hear more. Wishing you blessings from Israel.